Dr. Randolph, do you have a moment for a couple questions?
Sure.
What were you up to today?
I spent my morning grading before I came to campus.
Exciting stuff. Streetcar or no streetcar on the Beltline?
I would say that if we can get the design details right, then I'm pro streetcar on the Beltline.
Biggest piece of advice for incoming students?
I would tell incoming students to really embrace the interdisciplinary nature of urban planning. I think our strength as a field is that we can look at cities in a very holistic way through lots of different lenses.
How did you get to school?
I walked.
Bus or train?
I am a train guy.
Me too. What would you pursue if you quit your day job?
I think I would become a long-form narrative journalist.
Favorite book?
A Fine Balance by Rohit Industry.
Biggest influence?
Ooh, that's a hard one. I would say The Economist, Amartya Sen, Michael Storper, the geographer, and of course I have to say Jane Jacobs.
Research or teaching?
Both. I think what I like most about my job is the ability to generate new knowledge in collaboration with other people, so it could be students or colleagues, and I think that happens both in the classroom and in research projects.
Anywhere in the world, where would you live?
Barcelona.
Favorite city?
Istanbul.
What would you change about Atlanta? No limitations.
I would place it on the Mediterranean coast. There's a theme here.
3 famous people, dead or alive, to have dinner with.
Ooh. I would say Jawaharlal Nehru, the first Prime Minister of India, Bell Hooks, the famous sociologist, and Benedict Anderson, the political scientist.
Best designed city?
I would say the best planned city is Tokyo.
Favorite album?
It's a hard one. I would say Heaven or Las Vegas by the Cocteau Twins.
Pet peeve?
I hate it whenever people park their car in the sidewalk. A lot of times they do it in their own driveway and they think that's okay, but they're blocking people who are in wheelchairs, on strollers, pedestrians, so I hate that. Sometimes I leave notes on people's cars telling them how.
What is something you wish people knew about planning in the global south?
I wish people understood that a lot of the characteristics of global south cities are things that we are trying to create in North American cities, in the sense of density, active street life, a lot of mixed uses. So I think there's actually a lot that we can learn about sort of the organic ways that cities work by looking at global south cities.
Insightful. Favorite place in Atlanta?
Piedmont Park.
What actor would play you in a movie?
So I do a lot of my research in India, and I'm consistently told by strangers, oftentimes on the street, that I look like a Bollywood actor named Neil Nitin Mukesh. So I think Neil Nitin Mukesh would play me in a movie.
Interesting. Research you are most proud of?
I would say I'm probably most proud of the research that I'm doing right now that I'm turning into a book on new forms of urban transformation in India.
What gives you hope?
I think what gives me hope is that we are living in a historical moment of deep critique of our existing systems, and I hope that that gives an opening to students like those at Georgia Tech to go out and create new kinds of models for how we build our cities.
What do you enjoy most about working in international planning?
I think that when you work internationally, it really gives you a sharper lens to understand our cities in the U.S.
If you could only bring one of your colleagues to a deserted island, who would it be and why?
I would probably say Yoshioka Safalo, our fearless admin staff member because he can solve any problem.
Very true. One word to describe Georgia Tech students.
Hardworking.
If you could design a new course for Georgia Tech, what would it be?
It would be a course on rural to urban transitions.
Interesting. What's next on your agenda for the day?
I've got to go to a research meeting and then teach.